Good morning. It is currently 7 a.m. and real quick before we get into the video, I have a couple updates on the Z, and as you can see right there, it's they're not good. Cut to the chase. Basically, a week ago, I was just doing a pull up and down the street, kind of just feeling the car out, and I did a third to fourth gear pull, revved it out to like 6,500 RPMs, and it pulled fine. It like felt great. And then as soon as I let off the gas, a cloud of smoke exploded out from underneath the car. I'm assuming from the exhaust leak, and it was just literally a white cloud of smoke trailing the car for 400 feet. Like, it was bad. It was so bad I thought I blew the car up. But the car was holding oil pressure. It wasn't overheating. So I was like, okay, maybe I blew the cat out or something. Because the car's been sitting for 2+ years before I drove it. So I did it again. Third to fourth gear pull, revved it out to like 6,500, and it did it again. It exploded, like literally exploded white smoke out from underneath and behind the car. And I just like shit myself, dude. Like genuinely shit myself. Got it home. And then I realized I smelled like coolant. So then I was really fucking nervous. Thought I blew a head gasket or something. Let the car cool all the way off, and then checked the oil. Oil was low. It was below the low mark, so it burned a shit ton. And then checked the coolant, and the coolant was dead on full. Didn't look milky or anything. So parked the car. It sat for about a week in the garage while I went to Arizona to go visit my girlfriend. And then I got back a day ago, and then this is what I see. A decent size oil spill. It's been leaking for about a week, and it's everywhere underneath the car. From what I can see, I haven't jacked the car up yet to check it out, but from what I can see, it looks like it's from the rear main seal area. Now I'm really fucking hoping it is not a rear main seal. That would be a fucking nightmare, and it would set me back probably a week or two. And what I mean by set me back is I have a shit ton of parts like ready to go on this car. These are my Rev 9 coilovers. These are my ISR rear arms. These two boxes are my GKTech angle kit. These are my solid diff bushings. Have a few other things on the way as well. I think I have I got an alert this morning from Tire Streets. My tires will be here. I'm gonna pick up wheels either later this afternoon or tomorrow. So I'm about to run off to a video shoot I gotta go do. It should only take a few hours. And then this afternoon we're gonna head to Cason's house and get the car on his lift. And we're gonna do angle kit, coilovers, rear arms, weld the diff, and then diff bushings. And then a few other miscellaneous things that need to get tackled. Okay, so we are back now, and it's fucking like 4:17 at the moment. So I'm gonna rush to load up all of this fucking shit in the Z, all the boxes and everything of parts. My tires got here today, as you can see, and then I am going to go drive an hour to Cason's because he lives in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, I'm gonna load this up and we're out. Oh, holy shit, dude. All right, I think we're actually like about to be en route now. It's like 4:50. I'm not gonna get to Cason's house till like literally 6 o'clock. But it is what it is. We gotta go buy O'Reilly's right now because I actually need to get differential oil so I can weld my diff and put fluid in it. I also need to get liquid gasket, but I placed an order for pickup, so everything should be ready by now. I got a fucking night ahead of me. Luckily, I got some dope ass friends who are willing to be in this shit with me. Now, I probably should have looked at this list of stuff I have before I left the house, but we're gone. So I forgot my oil. That's what I forgot. I literally forgot my fucking oil. I looked at that list. The first thing on the list is the oil. So I gotta turn back around right now and go get my oil. Oh my God, dude, I'm pissed. I'm so mad. 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 Anyway, I got my oil and oil filter and checked the list, and there's nothing else I need. I got everything, so now we're on the way to O'Reilly's. Nice. The car locks itself every single time, even though I put the keys in it. Left the keys in the ignition, just locked itself. We got it, so let's get the fuck out of here, dude. We have arrived at Kaysen's house. This dude has like 8 S chassis at his house. You'll see. I've ripped my KBD kit off the 240 like 8 times coming to his house because he lives in the middle of nowhere and his driveway's gravel. Oh, he's sitting in his garage waiting for me right now. After getting it on the lift, we began checking underneath for anything that may be wrong. Although it didn't look bad, I did notice a hole in the resonator. Assuming this was the only exhaust leak, I actually felt a sense of relief. Until Kaysen pointed out that someone had already put catless headers on this car, and then we quickly realized the car was missing 3 exhaust manifold bolts. We put that to the side for the time being and just began removing the factory skid guards. Shortly after, Carter arrived and started helping with the diff. It unmounted fairly easy, but getting it out around the exhaust and sway bar was kind of a pain. After the diff was out, me and Carter began removing all the rear suspension components while Kaysen welded up the differential. After a few snap bolts, all the rear suspension was fully taken out and the diff was ready to be put back in. The next day, we started on the front, and honestly, majority of the time was just spent figuring out how the adjustments work on the lower control arms. Luckily, Carter was there to practically do the whole thing, otherwise I would have been absolutely screwed. Alright, so it's now day 3 of being underneath this car. I severely underestimated how much fucking work it was going to be to basically do an entire suspension refresh on this car. Honestly, the lower control arms themselves are really what made everything so complicated. I've never once seen anything like that before. Like everything being reverse threaded. The caster adjustment makes no fucking sense to me, like at all. Luckily Carter was here yesterday and he was able to help me with it. Not even help me, he just practically put it in for me. Yeah, everything's put on. It just needs to be all snugged up. Then I'm gonna have to mess with the ride height, which is like kind of annoying, but I need to tighten front and rear arms, all suspension components front and rear. Roll my rear fenders, which I don't know how hard that's gonna be. I have to raise the car, put the cross member in, which I think I'm about to tackle right now, which is going to be pretty difficult by myself. And then put the strut bar back over on top, and then get it on the ground and just eyeball it. So let's get to fucking work. From there, I just began tightening up loose ends and bolt checking all the new parts that were put on. I put the cross member back in, probably the most ghetto way possible, but it worked. Then after that, I began messing with the front ride height to get it sitting where I wanted. After about an hour of continuously raising the car up and down, I was happy enough with it. I need stiffer springs before I can really go any lower, so until then, we're gonna be monster trucking. After like 2 more hours of beating the fenders in, it was finally time to put the car on the ground. Literally the moment I backed out of Kaysen's shop, a massive rainstorm hit, which is not ideal because I had to drive an hour to Nissan with no alignment and no traction control. Alright, so I really did not film much for the last like 3 hours that I was there because I was just trying to lock in and get this thing done as quickly as I could. And we're driving it on the way home right now. I just heard a loud ass metal clunk and I have no idea what it is. I don't know what's going on, but the car's driving right now and I just need to get it 45 minutes to Nissan. And Carter's gonna align it and we're chilling. So after completing the sketchiest drive ever, we made it to Nissan and the car was ready for its alignment. We only had about 20 minutes to get it done before Nissan closed, so it's definitely not perfect, but it's good enough. The car drives straight, so that's really all I cared about. After getting the car off the rack, we realized something. It was a Saturday night and none of us had any plans. So what better to do than to get this car out and really put it through its first test. Fast forward a few hours and we had arrived at our spot. Just got to the spot, airing up the tires. We finna get rolling.
So what's good? What's good? 9D with it.
After spending a little bit of time doing some figure eights and some donuts to feel the car out, I made my first attempt at the big line. Almost instantly, I realized I'd have to flick this car way harder in transition than my old gutted E36. The second run literally felt perfect, and I was so stoked. However, I went to hit it a third time, and the car completely cut power on entry. For the rest of the night, the car felt way underpowered and cranked forever before it would start. After that, I decided to let John hop in the driver's seat. However, he really only got 1 or 2 solid runs before it started cutting power again. Now, upon getting home, I did do some research, and I found out that all of those symptoms point to a faulty crankshaft position sensor. So, although the car felt kind of finicky, I just decided to ignore it for the night. All I wanted to do was drive. Quicker than yours. It's weird. Close to the curb. After a few good runs, Carter wanted to try a couple tandems. Now, I've never even tried to tandem before, but this is something that me and Carter have talked about for years, so I had to give it a try. I did a few lead runs that I felt were fairly decent. I had to make a conscious effort to not look behind me to see how close he was. I needed to just more so focus on my own line and just trust that he would follow. After 3 or 4 runs, we decided to swap. Being behind another car while in drift was probably the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever experienced. Even though we weren't getting super close, there's genuinely nothing like it. Then our buddy Jaiko decided to hop in, and I said I'd lead. A 3-car tandem, literally 4 hours after getting the car together. My heart was beating out of my chest. As the car was rolling backwards, I heard it making a terrible noise from the passenger rear wheel. Luckily, I still had the factory scissor jack in the trunk of the car, and after jacking it up, we realized the bolt from my tow arm had backed itself all the way out and was hitting the inner barrel of my wheel. We decided we were just going to push it back in and call it a night, that way I could drive home. That was until Carter randomly found a nut in his car that happened to be the same thread pitch, so we tightened it up and got right back to it.
That shit felt so good. That was done.
What do you think of your first night drifting the new unit?
Dude, it's solid. It's so solid. I'm like, I knew I would like it. I knew I would enjoy it, but like, I didn't expect it to be like this. It's just like so perfect already. I feel like so stoked. I like already feel like really comfortable in it, which is weird. It's like such a different car than anything I've ever driven.
Way better than the old BMW.
Yes. Gotta put some respect on Grimace's name, but it's better than Beamer for sure.
Alright, if you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you want to stay up to date, kind of what goes on behind the scenes in between videos, you can follow both my Instagrams right here. One is my personal, and then the other one is the account tied to this channel. Also, be sure to check out my buddy Kaysen, Carter, and John's Instagram. Without them, I would not have been able to get all this stuff done. Between Kaysen helping me tear the car apart, use his shop, Carter tearing the car apart, doing my entire ankle kit, doing my alignment, John for manning the camera for most of the drifting clips you saw. I'm very fortunate to have some dope ass people around me who are always down and willing to help without expecting anything in return, so please go show them some love. So yeah, stay tuned, I got more on the way. Me and Carter decided that we are going to road trip the Z's to Final Bout in like 3 weeks, so be on the lookout for that. I got some more parts on the way as well. I think now we're just trying to figure out what is going to be the first event in this car. So yeah, follow both my Instagrams to stay up to date with what's going on and be the first to know when new videos come out. I post quite frequently on my personal as well as the Wrath Instagram. It's mainly just stuff that doesn't make it to YouTube. So if you want to see that, feel free to go check it out. And I will see you guys in the next one.